last. See, I've missed 2 sessions.
Yes.
Yes. Me too, quite Accra.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And also went around.
Eko share how an Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico.
But were you okay with what you saw?
Oh, it's fine. It's okay.
So I mean, after Asempa commission offices across the region. I know, sir, some more are underway. A bit to me, Abba. But before I even come to the issue of small scale mining, illegal mining, and seminal, I think one thing I add to the fore, the capacity of the Minerals Commission. Meaning, apart from officers, no, muhiya ni pounds na ye jumano. Muhiya inspectors, muhiya mining engineers, why and what have you, to be able to really regulate the space. Ni pounds in himself mafabi, but are they up to scratch, or more the necessary capacity to do this work and do it well?
Obi midase. Incidentally, that time now, you can illegal money. Yes. I think those 2 is not between quite Accra.
Okay.
Tina more for sending me message. I didn't want Jania now. I'm sure there be Mishiaga be or baby or so every day, either some radio station. TV station, discussion somewhere. You can't hear me, mining, to be precise,
Galamsey, sure.
And elections. So it's like 2 of the most stressful.
Yeah.
I don't want to say important, but because everybody is important.
Sure.
2 of the most stressful CEOs. In Ghana today, the CEO of Minerals Commission and
the chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
I tell you,
and maybe you add your friend, the CEO of the Forestry Commission. So I can
it's okay. That's it. Yes. See, what's nowadays? Whatever they call it. Obi. Asempa Obisa
yes.
Capacity. I'll discuss it at length. We are next week. Because you see, it fits into the regulatory
mandate now.
Inspection, monitoring. I'll explain what is happening on the ground. Obi, me person me discuss it from 4 angles.
Okay.
1. Pass an Ukrainian your in terms of numbers. Do we have the numbers? You won't conform with me numbers. Okay. So some time ago, yes, we don't have a lot of teachers, we don't have a lot of policemen who share the population and then the teacher whatever. So the question is, do we have the men and women? I don't want to say men. Do we have the men? I mean, then the reasonable numbers we need to do the work. May I address it? Number 2, what is the quality of staff
at the Minerals Commission?
Quality of staff. I'll address that. Quality, very important. Obi, look, you see a population in 35 million.
Yes.
Assume you say 35 million police. You say 1 Ghanaian, 1 policeman.
Yeah.
It doesn't address the entire issue. The quality of service is important. You know, numbers, and then
quality
the inspectors.
Sure.
Are they top notch? That's the second issue I'm addressing. Because beside you use the word capacity. The third one, look, we are in a high-tech world. BBI is science, technology. Apart from numbers, apart from the quality of staff, what about the tools to work with? Going BBI engineering.
Okay.
As a doctor, Ghana near would not call even the best medical schools in the world, Harvard Medical School and Oxford. He's been training in the best medical school, so Abia Nyansa no wow Nimdia no. But Obako Lebu and now come for not here. He has to work with an equipment, okay? Some machine be to do the diagnosis. So say cry do for BBM before I realize now machine are printing BBA and you be a now. So sometimes the frustrations we have in the medical field is not necessarily say quality need bad per se for some areas. Some areas a nibi. So I'll touch on that too.
Okay.
The working tools.
Okay.
Nyama amudi ejuma. Is he up to date? Because inspector no nye be for or be an spirit or be two from the office to the mine.
To the mines.
He has to use a car. So do you guys have those cars available? Most car mudi top fuel. That's what I mean by the tools to work with.
Yeah.
Resources. And of course, office. Baby or metry ejuma or koba or reports. So I'm tackling the issues from this angle. The men and women, the quality, the working tools, and the office space and all those things. Having regard to the fact that Ufa mining activity is 16 regions of Ghana.
Yeah.
And by activity I mean either I say all regions be a shame exploration. No prospecting.
Yeah.
And now ye two. Some areas only in Shushamu too. Some of the regions Africa no me in Shusham. Inti they defining mining activities or operations to mean both in actual extraction. Then all the 16 regions mining.
Okay.
Because all called shy hills are quarries never no.
Yeah.
Quarrying is part of mining. The rocks that they break up, etc. So a back capacity the next 1 month or two is no. The person I want to take it from this angle. And no be this how I want to start. Me just say what it and no pay when I was on Metro TV I spoke about it. And I'll say the same thing because I do man. Obi said last week now T said achieve my finally Obiato.
Yeah.
Chinese mining company from China Xinjiang.
Okay.
Almost 16 operations. Africa, almost South Africa, almost Eritrea, and DRC.
Okay.
Into almost first good project in Africa, Ghana.
Oh.
Ghana be I think almost number 5 or so, and almost Europe, Serbia. Okay, and then of course in other parts of the world. So in all 16 projects. Almost kappa. I mean, I know the question will come up is I don't know Ghana for we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Wow. And market cap here 60 billion USD. So it's more than half of our GDP. Wow. They've also come in. Almost sent Cardinal. By the way, Cardinal will be commissioned in November. Yeah. Almost about 3 weeks from now. Are you ready? I've been. Let's put it that way. So enter China's engine.
And Omato Achim
Ama.
That's Newmont.
Newmont, they bought it from Newmont. But after go through paperwork. Because in same yes, bisa untimi pamu bia omamo bia omoden obi bele sani maninya yes the chicho mokon. Wow. Until very soon. Until we're still in the process of finalizing the paperwork, local content and all those things. Obi Newmont or Ghana almost see another mine. I mean, by June, July next year, be ready. Equally another 1 billion. Wow. And I'm in the trans studio news. I think of besides now dollars are now cities. Wow, $1 billion and dollars. Newmont has been around for 100 years, globally.
Yeah, globally.
But Ghana, they've been around since 2003.
Okay.
So they run the Achim, okay, now they've sold Achim. So, and then they run these 2 big mines that are coming out. Into that 30-kilometer corridor, no crown 1 million ounces. And that price, I drew 2,700.
Yeah.
So that is it. And a new motor market cap is more than half of our GDP. Okay, I said some time ago, I told you, sir, they went and bought another mining company in Australia, New Crest, Mealy Foundation. I think they spent about $13.8 billion. I don't know, talk New Crest. Then the entire export of Ghana, 13.6 billion. So roughly about 200 million there. They spent $200 million more than total export. In Kanibeka said, as a mahelishi. Mahelishi, meaning so if you understand any guy.
No.
So mahelishi. I said, you are my very simple example. Also, you are my very best friend. And I want to say, my call can't want Asempa. Now, what it? And you be a no crack. Charlie, I said, Honda, Ayisi Pani, not many now. No, to me, I can't say. Basically, what am I trying to say? If a mining company, bet me have a sikase, I could top mine in another country. Would you export bibia, meko, cocoa, even good? Not make bibia say export you medium name, non-traditional flour, whatever. Would the bibia the whole of last year? Still, almost $200 million more than you. Obi, you cannot treat the institution as a regulatory in an ordinary way. The biasika will be no as a copy.
It's true.
Do you understand? Usa go through so hard. Into would the new money zinji boom cry, then that means it's more than our GDP. And I don't know, except me organizing Monamuko Subika. Subika is the biggest gold mine in Ghana now. Apart New Mondiano or Kenya, apart Takwahu. This year, one show maybe 800,000 ounces. By next year, the biggest gold mine in Ghana. Sorry, in Africa. And among the top 5. Wow. A best suicide the Congo DRC. And I underground and I surface. Sisi Kroma catches on baby another underground. Obi, so we are mine inspector. Our Free Minerals Commission. Ura mine say. Maya said be sikase u country. Was said yani say ukwako check he said nya accident. Bibia pefe baby a science dano ebeda. Omo ye machinery, omo ko underground, all the engineers there omo nim there to operate those machines. And dafem. Inti here me at least me be CEO March 2021 into 3.5 years in here. 22 years, 22.5 years. I have been associated with mining. Obi, I've gone through a whole lot of training. To come and lead a specialized and technical institution like this now, you will not do even better than that now. Then you have left 35 million people down. Anyebia worst case scenario, as I name that of the engineers and the mine, at par. I don't know how you say that in Chi. We are supposed to be better than them. Muko approach here. The regulators tend to even be more skillful than Inti Obi and Dafem. So let's circle to the first one. So that is the kind of situation I am dealing with. Inti nya dia obekase osika ni ho ana bibisa inti abayati asie pa. So I am just coming to tell you the kind of money government has pumped into Minerals Commission. Meaning say if you because in spite of when you galam say don't worry. Wow, you don't intina Black Star same way, wow. The other day I told you can't Black Star same and now unconfirmed dissolve because you local and all those. Oh, they conform you rara now you should go and face Mbappe. Well, discipline is in discipline. Until you be in your discipline, drop him and move on. But sometimes, now you have 35 million coaches. That's like you have 35 million mining engineers in Ghana. Wow, so that is it. Until capacity-wise, in terms of numbers, we are okay.
More enough numbers.
For example, since I may buy, you have about 38 more inspectors. yeah meka inspector yeah na inkofo say adem me nkomu ye police na there be what is just a mine inspector un say minas commission adwuma no say obekọ akohwe say anye bia nipa na oye mine adwuma no
oye ne kwan so a
pepepe or follow law no mra no particularly I'll teach you say accident in sea.
Okay.
Wow, obi obey more than 10 underground mines. 1 kilometer down. Wow, obetumi ahumi into ventilation. And so na yo small scale baby into Takwa here, the whole of Takwa small scale underground. Into your officer, you have to be constantly going underground. Now go check say Charlie ventilation okay and that. So we've taken about 38, close to about 40 inspectors. Now you should be an inspector or your officer. Now said you say or say every day, every second accident in sea or mine or follow mra even ura mine or cry baby I say science done properly placed and all those things. Any danger to omo handle machines no and now the community.
Okay.
And now accident I see you very serious. So that's the job. Inti as a kwa no aka check is Charlie. Inspection into inspector. That is it. And now inspector no a different background. Also call mines are machine or alright. Some of their machines will be some of the tasks no crying to me in this studio. And some of the mines if you have been this Kumasi type radio near the mines.
Yeah. Equipment name.
Oh yeah, you know come say now we or tie no half.
Sure.
Into there's a lot of machinery at the mines. Into here mechanical engineers to make sure say machine okay both underground and then surface. Say processing plant. As a kitchen no. Now young bibia. So metallurgy for the metallurgy is chemical engineer. We are chemical engineer which me are training as a metallurgist too. Wow, we are called to me a chemist later now called metallurgical engineering.
Okay.
So we also need a lot of metallurgists. Some of them work at the plant, even or lab hall. And then we need also environmental guys too. Environmental engineering and all those things. Near all mining engineering and casa and geotech. Geotech is very important. Mine is no more paper because you see, what's a BBI slope gradient.
Yeah.
One sure dams, like for example, Cardinal DI a dam almost see and yes more. Yeah, and Pesa Bia in so BB a ton BBC and yes so collapse. Now if you never committee of inquiry, now I check here, now slope gradient, war no muto no dodo. So does it mean that mean come geotech? You almost see war no man check here now. Into your geotech, baby. Wow. This is geological engineering and civil engineering. Wow, and yeah, civil engineering, but you see urban roads. Contractor, there be mines for papa. So you can train as a mining engineer now be geotech and now geological engineering geotech and now civil. I mean geotech is actually civil. Into your papa the mining companies take them or train them as geotech. It should be to make a masters in mining engineering. Into mechanical, civil, metallurgical, all these people together, they are inspectors. Depending on the number of mines, baby, some people say your mines will be a metallurgical 5, mechanical bear 6, mining bear 10, environment bear 2. And almost as a group. Okay. Wow, into way checking processing plant, way checking machine, it moves underground. That is it. And now. And you beyond everything mine like for example you be a mining engineer now you of mines need certain ranker to be operating machine. Okay. And now to me occupy certain position. So for example, call mine the person in charge is called a mine manager
of the whole mine.
I mean, you are the main guy. Yeah. Wow, main specialist now be operation, Okay, now some of a mining manager now why you for some number of years. Why your exams in exams with experts into blast certificate. Why a former, why a mine captain, why a mine manager. Now so okay, a mine manager certificate no experience grab 15, 20 and no have been cry. The underground the near surface into a hold of a mine manager certificate or near Jumo underground I am penny. Well, inspector no ram my no say no. obe check this person running this mine and nipa na osha underground hano anyebia or I mean you cannot expect a lieutenant colonel to be army commander. Wow, and now lawyer 8 years, now you're Supreme Court judge, Debbie. Your minimum number of years experience, and who run my own so guide or inspect or young fan is a mining engineer, and then he's handling a particular shift now. Inspector no who said no, who needs certification where mine captain a Juma, and then I form my mine captain a Juma. In January, say bet me withdraw certificate near finding mine. So all these categories of people we have them. Now let's come to quality. Obi, I am not boasting. Me pese Ghana for near T. Minerals Commission is the only institution in Ghana. You do ko training. Ye mauye juma wo mines wo abroche ansana waba.
Obi anye bisa.
Obi odi my in conform free. In conform free. Petroleum Commission yen cut 2 weeks to 1 month course in this animal in conform free all the public we are checks public institution bear who we are because me time you see that's how you make progress in life. Me a lawyer on Yanni Bear because I'm supposed to be a better lawyer than him. That's how you can make progress. Well, I won't say lawyer bench on Yanni Bear because but the firm is still there. Hey, what training for? Why ain't you know? As technology is getting sophisticated, you should expect that your people should have a top notch.
Yes.
So this is what we do. The Omuko training or outside. Some of the programs are 1 year. Maybe 2 years. Okay? The first thing is that we take them to the best in the world. I want the public to hear that. The engineers call the best mining engineering schools in the world. In the world.
All expenses paid.
Now say who be some say your capacity and
sure.
Your top notch. What is the best mining engineering school in the world? Colorado or US? Your Uncle 5.
Paid by the commission.
Maybe I'll talk about funding. Okay? Who call Australia? The best is skating. And I know you're number 2 in the world.
Okay.
Your Uncle 10 the various aspects. Wow. Obi, nyamiye hu papa. Baby scholarship.
Oh, okay.
Wow. It be 100%. It be a 70 near 30. No. It be a 50 near 50. No. Says 25 and near 75. No. Inti omo it be so called Sam Jonah. Baby a Sam Jonah training. Cantonment School of Mines.
Yeah.
Or UK.
Yeah.
That's the only mining engineering school there.
In the UK.
You didn't call for alcohol. Yeah, kase. I know the next question is that nase Ghana omo I don't know what is special Minerals Commission omo. So yeah, kase. I think I said this in last year. Obuasi officer no waba. Oko Cantonment School of Mines. Waba is back at base. Yeah, kase wa report it. Obuasi CCR. Okay, waba after the training.
Okay.
Baby any officer no buy ansana.
The time is
anytime commission office on 18th September. Into fresh brain, fresh office.
Yeah.
Oni Obuasi officer no they call Cambo.
Oh, okay.
Omunya scholarship pass here, yetua. Omaba. They are back. Lady Binsu call Colorado. She's also back. Wow. And one guy inspector Yefan Obuasi mine. Or Yejuma be 6 years on order in Minerals Commission or by December. Or no Yejuma or ye January but or Yejuma. What we do is this. The training is between 1 to 3 years.
Okay.
Inti omo very senior inspectors no omo 1 year. Just to freshen up and just acquire new knowledge because onim did that you just add a new skill. Okay? Or a professor or medical specialist or kolebu be 10-15 years. You just go to learn new things. Own chess Inti Collins Akwe say Owie January. Or Northern Star. Northern Star the second biggest gold mine in Australia. Watoni ticket December 28th Obeba. Oba Kumasi office. Into Oba Fresh office. Wow. So that is the kind of thing we are doing. Gaibi or Queen's University Canada we Nimamia Kabebi as you know last week. Inti weekend we all call back. On social ground. Inti Omo be 5-6 years experience inspectors no. Omo di 3 years. Omo di 3 years.
In school.
There be we masters na.
Obedi 3 years
at the mine. Into no first no. Baby omo ko sua ne no is the best of the best in the world. Bebre Australia ni US ni Canada. And now obi omo wie nso they work in some of the largest mines in the world. So for instance, the taco officer is now working in Nevada gold mines. That's the biggest gold mine in the world. Obi, I'm a very proud CEO.
Nevada.
And Nevada gold mines, that's the biggest gold mine in the world. There's a Mincom officer there who started work there after we in geotech 2 years.
How many years?
Or 3 years. Taco officer no 3 years.
Now we are obeba.
Oba, and yes obeba. Omo mukonya oma ba 6 aba. Mabodin obuasi officer wa ba so munimu.
Okay.
Owo ho. Bibiani officer wa ba. Calling sa kwe obeba December ya to ticket. Wow, Nisi or Colorado School of Mines wa ba.
The other question will be
intino the other day I heard
okay.
The other day meet Ghana Standard Board professor and your friend is saying Dodo no complain say omukwa omumba Minas Commission different. I will come to the reason why omuba back.
But my question was for the courses they go to do geotech and civil engineering, mining engineering, courses no you be Ghana.
Oh you be wa and the same quality. Mama more example Obi.
Okay.
There's this young boy, he's just 26 years. Or a metallurgical engineer on UMath first degree. And over a national service or a hop. And on Yenya scholarship man 2 years or research on lithium. University ben research on lithium. Ghana now your lithium mine.
That's exceptional.
No, but send me more example. Do you understand? Where we don't even have a lithium mine. Wow. December will be 1 year. And then over year next year December. Until no we are obey 1 or 2 years.
I was saying about
our lithium mine. Because Australia produces half of the world's lithium. Half.
Wow.
The whole world lithium half every Australia. Well, or Medoc invest woman scholarship 100%.
Oh.
Until no bano na mine no.
Ah yeah.
You see, you even come before the mine because mine no better keep it 24 months. That's about 2 years. Or maybe next year. Wow, mine no little man no be see early next year. Into we are obey juma be 1 or 2 years. Or lithium mine or Australia.
Okay.
Into obey bano na the lithium mine has just started and are ready. Clearly obey back to South Pond office. By that time you see office or into obey inspector metallurgy. Wow, obey processing plant lithium way. Into we nanka train we okoye way. Ebi ni ha. I don't even think say ebia some of the professors geologists have even seen a lithium rock before. Ebia here bauxite in manganese ebia unless in or outside other than that pictures and now he can just imagine it. Wow, so we have to take our people out. Sometimes too we train a lot of mineral economics. Modeling of the projects.
Yeah.
Now school mineral economics for Ghana. Mineral economics in the first place, how many universities do it in the world? The whole world. 2. Colorado School of Mines. Mineral economics, masters and PhD. And a Curtin, masters. The other universities, as a course. Wow, semester near course. Because it's a law, criminal law. But proper, well-organized mineral economics. And Minas Commission is 40 years. 1984. Until recently, any proper mineral economics. I can only mention the former CEO, Mr. Ayi, who is now advisor to the minister.
Oh, okay.
And no. How? But my training be 5.
Mineral economics.
Mina make sure because they do different things. Wow, and you take people from engineering backgrounds, maybe a geology and a mining and then economics and kasa. Into Gaibi or Australia waba. And a lady now me born in or no South Africa Colorado waba. Wow. So these are the kind of things we are doing.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay. But me, sometimes it's not so much of whether the course is not here or not. Quality. How do UMA doesn't train ventilation engineers? Well, I said, Odi Nippon like Yemfa Bright, say, Bright, Takwa officer. Oh, Koya geotech, no, because UMA don't do masters in geotechnical engineering. Okay. Unless you're a mining engineer or you're a civil engineer at tech, or come and you learn on the job. Wow, or a geological engineering, and or geotech. Okay, now the Takwa guy who is there now left 2-3 weeks ago to Cambo and geotech 1 year.
No
Asempa. Into Bright say no we April this year. Into 1st June and on Juma the biggest go. Me cry no and no name me issue no. It is experience money cannot buy. When say name be or discuss to cry yeah. Say he'll go and learn these things and then he'll go and work in a mine, the biggest gold mine. And then another guy in Colorado, it just last week, no, they buy or Nevada. So can say as we speak now, you're going to have 2 main staff. One is already there, one will join in January, who'll be working in the biggest gold mine in the world. It's about 1.37 deep kilometer. Obuasi 1. So take Emmanuel, who will start in January. Only a young guy, 32 years, so he will stay like 3 years. Take Bright, okay, and these are all underground. When they come back and they enter Subika underground, and now Bakuna or Achimpim, your friend is saying Golden Star, and now even Prestia there, and now L International there, Ben Cardinano, and then Obuasi, they are aware. And now indoors no BRT because I give them updates on what we are doing. So we are mine manager or underground mine manager or Boasi 1 kilometer. You are now facing a Mincom staff who has worked in a mine deeper than Obuasi. He has seen the most advanced technology and he has a lot of knowledge. He has worked in the biggest gold mine. He comes with a lot of not just knowledge, confidence. Obey me, I challenge you.
Asempa
Obi, this is what we are doing, and there is no public institution in Ghana today
who
is doing what we are doing, and we are close to about 40 in numbers. We are close to about 40 mineral commission technical and mine inspectors, okay, who are studying in the top-notch universities and working in mines in Australia, Canada. Guyana miss obesi ni mami last week obeko the coming weekend no or ejuma or teammates underground in Canada. Or Queen's University, why 1 year we into Ojuma or Omuman 18 months. He told me when he came down, companies on by standing by the same monsieur. No, you can do the 3 years. Well, and them unim the motivation. Yeah, crowd they share condition of service. Who say, we now Ojuma or mines we will treat it as part of your work experience. Because normally in the Uko school, your promotion stop. And I'll bet me catch you say me let me just come. Because if I have to stay there 3 years or 2 years and then count it towards me promotion, then let me come and work here and get it. But Obi, I've never seen this in my life. Okay? Okay, if you like, you can say I'm boasting by a nuclear. Throughout the time I joined Minerals Commission, 2nd April 2002, that's about 22.5 years ago. And even before that, it is on record. Never in the 40-year history of Minerals Commission, you see this large number of inspectors being taken to the best. And me, by Minerals Commission, I Colorado School of Mines. Obianco order. Let me also make my case. Obianco Colorado School of Mines that. Throughout the history of Minerals Commission, here nearby near the Omoko, mining engineer and mineral economics already in Kofobe 6, 1 girl about. Never in the history of Minerals Commission. Near Phoebe, so Uncle Ketin, Uncle Colorado, Cambo, and happy. And now, Eddie Camfono, I pay glowing tribute to the first CEO, Mr. Kofi Anso around, or starting Minerals Commission 1984, no, or someone called Canada. McGill and all those things to go and learn and return. But you are taking it to a different level. So the number of years you are spending to work in the mines is more than the number of years in the classroom. So Prince, why 1 year in Queens? Wow, but he's going to work 3 years in a mine. And they'll come back. Why are they coming back? One, motivation. Now, Obi, like Bibiani officer, work of freshening up 1 year or Campbell. You stay and you can do what? Because the kind of bond we sign. I know some people will say that, oh, now Bank, say mining company, Debbie. Collins joined us from Obuasi Mine. Dennis, he also went to Campbell. He's now in the Takrady office. Okay, yes. IT4 crown one scholarship, but 2 B or US. Omanya scholarship in Tomoko. Is there any better place you can study IT than US? So these are the kind of things we are doing, and the government has spent a lot of money to do this thing. Wow, Omar raise a budget, and the thing the government has done is that a cap on every hole. Yeah, there's 2025 budget. We say yeah budget near so you be here 800 million and no. Yeah, they come parliament on approve my and
once you go and defend it.
Once you go and defend it into next year be in 15 back Australia. This is the figure. Be scholarship. You better say you better be more offices. We maybe will find you will take 20 more people. Into near say 2 so salaries 10 cities. I say call about 15 because your staff will have moved. Me time young man near do 100. Now I'm just commissioning about 400. Yes. Wow.
And 400 across the country.
Across the country. See why a region. Savannah a region. Upper East a region. Okay. Into me buy a T region for Savannah, for Upper West and Upper East. Tamale was when I was a deputy CEO.
Okay.
The building will be ready this November.
Tamale
next month. Be ready. Then followed by Kumasi. So me boxing man, so it means that this is something I can wrap up next week. Offices, 10 new ones. I can go through. You are commissioning Akim Odani Bibiani. Tamale will be ready next month. Almighty Kumasi, I know 4. Savannah is ongoing. We might get it by end of the year, so 5. 6.
Wow.
Why Upper West? Ebe ready next year.
Oh, okay.
And then Upper East. I have 7. You see, your Chibi because from here to Koforia, any office behind the Akim Odani office and National. Yes, and now we see the more offices you open, the better you step up. You step up monitoring inspection because first now one officer district or share the whole of Upper West and a Savannah.
Oh.
I mean how?
One man.
Well, and you say no one man, but like that's the office responsible. Wow. And as you see, your pager to regional level because of Azuma, but district office is also better for small scale.
Oh, okay.
And as you see, regional office because now Boli a satellite, a district now is a region. So the regional office for Savannah, you see, or Boli. So it means that we have found more inspectors. Okay, more inspectors. As you see, you found more inspectors. Sometimes we don't wait for the offices to be ready. We rent. Wow, you rent it. Yeah, Bibiani Akimoda near rent it.
Anytime we see
some Bubble to be saying for crowns and almost 1 2 be near almost almost show. So there has been massive expansion and funding from government to expand our offices. Okay, we'll do more next year. I mean, I say CP was short form because of lithium.
Yeah,
we'll be ready. So a back office here, I think government has done very well. Very well. They've because animal when you're this is what the command minister.
Sure.
Now no approve it. Well, so by extension, yeah. So a lot of offices within this short period. You don't see this kind of development in the last 40 years. Opa use the word unprecedented. We hired a number of 70 and guy now hosting Metro Bisam saying the way I will have unprecedented training, unprecedented offices, sounds you have unprecedented illegal mining and military. Wow, so that is the quality of training we are giving to our staff. So the other day I came to tell you that when it comes to mining, mining engineers and geoscientists from Ghana and yet African are some of the finest, if not the best in the world. Okay, so lots of money being pumped by government into training, into expanding offices and then equipment. Okay, yeah. And some of the training I am more lab work. So lithium guy, he's spending a lot of time in the lab. doing a lot of research and all those things. So that is the kind of work we are doing.
But the other thing will be say the work cannot more put in place measures as more kwa nyame adom mo yeden omo sign eba.
Obi,
when they come back,
you wait. Okay. Let me answer that one before your second
Okay.
question comes.
Okay.
Unless you didn't hear me, I'm saying say yen phobia kwa brochi awakoka ho.
Yeah, he will
We
make
me ba. So me say Victor or Cantonment School of Mines waba. Barely a month now.
Yes.
Bibiani officer no Emmanuel
Yes.
or Cantonment School of Mines waba.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Collins Akwe or inspector or bad December ya Tony ticket. Nisi or Colorado or Yamina Economics waba.
Okay.
Wow.
No, that's good.
So they come in there is settled because of
conditions
of service and a bond no sign bond one show you your dead body u papa o nana nyina betu ebi. Wow. Yeah, bond you 8 years.
8 years.
Yes. We call for 1 year, you bond you 8 years. 8 years. Enti Victor now wa call Cantonment School of Mines, you know. And son obey separating him from Minerals Commission, you know. This is why a minimum until 1 year training. Yeah, despite on your partial scholarship, he has to work minimum of 8 years from day no report here. Many public institutions in 3 years. Ebimukra, me tawunim. Ukwa, you serve the number of years you are away. Me koye mining law UK 2004 no. Yeah, born me 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. Until by 1 year, probably to me I call baby. Yeah, 8 years. And I will be so anytime obey Jumano and no so count.
Yeah.
In Tianfan say, I could say no, what chishing 11 years. I'm a Minerals Commission. 8 years because of geotech. Okay, and 3 years beyond because it will count towards his promotion. Into all no 11 years.
Yeah.
Now, would the 40 even 1 month? Yanfan said the bond no uba now signing 8 years. Now be 7 years. 11 months now 1 month, you know, you be any company you pay everything now. You spending salary be compounded. And you see, even when you 10 years, 7 years, 8 years, or share the provident fund. No share said the bond no. And now say be papa no ye abe bond say yeah like my wife signing a bond for me. Now and you be a chimisis here. She has to produce me, and yes, they bond you for 50. Inti the way I am more opportunity, I'm motivating you. That's the same way our bond system is stringent. So far, I've been CEO for 3.5 years. Minerals Commission under my tenure has not sent anybody outside that.
On my
or no wakaho.
Yeah.
So maybe move from free or Debbie.
And
it's because of what we put in place.
You believe it's because of the bonding. My question was saying is independent about
motivation. You see?
Motivation in terms of what?
Motivation in the terms of the fact that even mining companies, they don't get this kind of training. Obi, who benya pass a mining engineer? You have on your CV say you have worked in the biggest gold mine in the world. It is like your soldiers now you don't call Sanders.
Yes.
Oh, UK.
Yeah.
Matisa is 3 or 1 or the best graduating or cadet officer also in the Edenoko. Wow. Kwashigamu. Yeah. Sanders. A very rare opportunity. Yeah. Soldier will call Sanders for training.
But so Omobana a mining company be a pair or more.
There be Omobani or more.
No. Do you mutia competitive salary say the mining company?
Oh, we will not be able to pay the competitive salary the mining companies pay because the mining companies are the most paid institutions in Ghana. But you see, 138 Americano.
Yeah.
I have 5.
Yeah.
Within my tenure,
Yeah.
half of them came from the mines.
Free
so
mines.
there are these 2 beautiful girls. Yeah. They are just about 36 years. Gift in me and Estina. Omoko UMAT. And Omoko service for Pressia Underground.
Okay.
And they stayed and worked there 10 years. So they are very good in ventilation. They are ventilation engineers. Wow, a very critical skill.
FM.
Yeah, they almost call Australia. Almost is here, and they are in West Curtin University, which is the best mining engineering school in Australia, number 2 in the world. So sometimes Obi Jessica, because I left my job in Kenya to come and take this job. Because I said see you and all those, but Jessica. Why would somebody leave the mining company and come and work in Ghana? Okay, just last 2 weeks or so, one guy left a mining company. He's a mine geologist or age 9 years. Young boy, 32 years. Wow. Or first they give masters and PhD. He said he is joining us because they are fed up with mine life. And that whole, your bapa now is a bush, and you have a family. Normally, almost humans they get excited, like if the Nestina, almost share press underground. As soon as they got married. The stress. Open new life. So he comes to Mincom, is in the office, or to Nika Power, inspection. Wow, a day or two, then back to the office to write the report. So, a do baby, they find my life very stressful. Ushe bush. Okay? Isolated from your family and all those things. And that fam. Well, no, go underground.
But I said, okay, we have to continue this next week. And next week, no?
So you wait before we continue this next week.
Yeah.
Have you heard of any public institution in Ghana doing what Mincom is doing?
I would have to research.
There's none.
How do you know?
I know. Look, Obi, say institution be opa say Oba koye training abroad. You be man way juma for 2-3 years now. And then there's a medical field.
Yeah.
And no quite a specialization because specialization, I stand to be called only a hospital. And yeah, residency. Now she hospital now say I specialist training now you almost on friend say and dentistry. But there be housemanship on national service.
Okay.
But koye specializing in cancer. So ko share hospital or US.
Yeah.
Be 6 years or whatever. And that's what I know in the medical field. But I don't know of anything.
So more than 40 years. Osha company be say VRA money idea. We would have to research and find out.
It's some electrical engineer. And now civil near the Pass Ghana. While you masters a year or two. Some of the programs are 2 years, some are 1 year.
Yeah.
Now you work
in a big mining company.
Not that you work. You work in the area relevant to Ejumano or Ghana. Apart from the medical field, so via Ghana or Okano, if you are electrical engineering and now civil engineering, or Ejuma or damn BISC or US and UK. That's what I'm talking about. Because or a mining engineer inspector.
The biggest actually in the world.
The biggest Freeport in so your Kenya Sea lady, no? And also your Ejuma of Freeport.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big issue. I say they want now the beer gal I'm saying no more boy fine. Wow, blaster same year can hear you know. We also have to let the public know what the government is doing.
Yes, and what the commission is doing. One of the things I will do next week.
If it comes to equipping us now, Minister, why you be power by extension the government? And yes, be politics. You can't deny the fact that Aku is working in Nevada.
Sure.
Emmanuel has gotten a job there. Sandra is at Freeport.
Those are facts.
Those are
and
facts.
They are verifiable.
And you cannot define the fact. You cannot deny the fact that there are 38 people there. And you cannot deny the fact that government has given us pickups 20. Wow, we are taking people outside for training.
And what I'll do next week,
you cannot deny it. You into where you are in your politics.
In the next week, we'll continue with the capacity building, and then the critical question of how has all of these training helped us to sanitize the mineral and the mining space. Critical question.
Geological investigation. Geological investigation.
Very well. In the next week, we'll do that.
We'll talk about that.
Very
well.
Very well.
The so-called capacity building.
To how
things can improve.
The system is looking like now. Very well.
He's the
CEO of the Minerals Commission, Mr. and as a lawyer, Martin Ayisi. Solid man.
Obi, before that,
at the Minerals Commission, yes. Adain.
Well, some years back, not under 17.
Yes.
Near under 21,
yes.
Satellite.
Yes.
We were one of the best,
not
just Africa in the world.
Yeah.
And that's how we're building our blasters. Wow. The same thing I have Minerals Commission.
Very well.
The young boys now.
More
28, 30 years.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you know something, I'm not bragging.
Yeah.
They are better than their seniors.
The young guys. So with the
let me be some question. Is the army commander the best soldier in Ghana?
No.
I'll repeat. Is the army commander the best soldier in Ghana?
No.
Is the chief justice the best lawyer in Ghana?
No.
You just happen to lead.
Sure.
By virtue of baby I will do.
Sure. Sure.
Because Charlie Niema, these young guys say
Abroach.
new. You said they are technologically savvy and all those things. You understand that? Because some of the senior inspectors will tell you that, oh, Charlie, Obuasi 20 years ago. Because if you Obuasi mine, the technology there now is not the same as Sam Jonah time.
That's true.
You have to keep changing.
That's true.
Because you want to produce better and spend less. So training, lawyers in your friend continuing legal education. The same thing.
Yeah.
Well, so next week I'll have time and discuss the impact of all this. Me, I don't want to be accused. Say, you came here to say, for 30 years of inaction regarding geological investigation, anything where we are now, because I've mentioned it that the biggest cause of Galamsey is getting a place for the miners to work. Because they be 30 years in here, 30 years in here, your trouble, Muma is getting investigation, so Mum from Asem so near chances are 5 regions are married to what? 13.
Very well.
So I don't want the situation where Obiba be a committee of inquiry. Na dam will collapse here. You because you slope on any gradient no to war no dodo. Oh, about the same Minerals Commission for Nimdia or Geotech. Then you are now coming to say, oh, give them money. There be. I need to be ahead of my time.
Mr. Ayisi, you better trust me. I may next week. You could see saying Asempa.